Okay, girl, we're live.
Hi, Soapies.
Well, hopefully everybody start running here soon. They're probably thinking it's tomorrow because I've been doing it Friday, then Saturday, then Friday, then Saturday.
I think we'd be very surprised. Like the Soapies, like as soon as the is out,
It just
they're
went
ready to
out
jump in the
too.
comments. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so they'll start strolling in pretty shortly.
Mm-hmm.
But
I have
I
no
saw
worries.
your conversation. You saw. I haven't seen the Mondays episode, but it seemed like you seen the Mondays episode.
Yeah.
Mm, okay. Yeah, you was leaving a whole lot of spoilers in the chat.
Yeah. There really wasn't a whole lot that happened on Monday's episode. It was just the fact that YNR listens to the podcast, that was the highlight for me, like word for word practically.
I think I heard what you was saying because how you was describing Kyle.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to give too much away, but they pretty much got the gist of my thoughts on Kyle and Audra, and it's like they took it literally word for word. And yeah, you just have to see it. But for the most part, the episode was a dud. Just
Mm,
like this week was a dud.
yeah. Okay, we'll get into it. Look like they're all strolling in. How many people we got in here?
Oh, almost at 30. My goodness.
Oh, they were ready.
See? Oh yeah.
They were ready. All right, you guys, welcome back to Soap Corner Talk, where Bree and I will be talking about The Young and the Restless, Bold and the Beautiful, Beyond the Gates for the week of September 29th through October 3rd. Oh my God, we down to what? Almost 2.5 months.
Yeah. I was just talking to my family about my son's birthday in December. I was like, I can't believe it was that fast.
Mm-hmm. It just went by. Like I said, I think I said this last week. It'll be almost a year ago when we were talking about my car being
Yeah.
stolen. Mm-hmm.
A lot happened within a year. I was talking with Trish too a
Yeah, how's
bit.
she doing? I saw her in the group chat.
Yeah, she is trying to just get through everything. It's been
A
a
year,
little over a year now.
right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but we were just touching base for a minute.
Okay. Okay. All right. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Also follow on the other platforms, TikTok, Instagram. There is a Facebook group as well. So go in there and talk, chat it up about the soaps, and also on X as well. All right. Oh, ain't no listen, Gail. You see Gail talking about Christine and Danny's wedding in November. Are you looking forward to that, Bree?
I'm curious to see what wedding dress was picked out, but honestly, no,
Mm-hmm.
it's more the same. Vicky Langer said the sound is too low.
The sound is too low. Okay,
Yeah.
if you guys can hear me clearly, drop a one in the chat. Let me know. Drop a one in the
And
chat if you can hear me clearly.
and we will, Medora will send Trish your love. She misses everybody.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand because it's coming through clear
Let's see, we got ones. Okay,
that they can hear
ones.
me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It look like everybody can hear. I don't know. I can't adjust the sound.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then it looks like my kilobytes are where they supposed to be. So
I mean, if anything, I know YouTube can act a little strange sometimes with the lives. If you need to come out and come back in, maybe that might help.
yeah, that's possible. Try that. Oh, Vicky says it's been too low for her for 3 weeks now. Okay,
Oh
I don't
no.
know. That might be something on your end, girl.
We hope that it helps, but if you're able to come out, come back in. We'll see if that helps. I got the volume adjusted here on my end. And I'm usually loud anyway, so.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into this. We want to get the show moving and then get everybody on their way. Um,
hmm
we had Claire this week acting like a whole 304.
Okay. I mean, cheesing, happy, bouncing around to play in the streets.
Girl, that was the craziest thing ever when she decided to break up with Kyle, only to get on the phone 2 seconds later to tell Holden, is that opportunity to go to LA still open? Smiling.
hmm
That's that picture at the top.
I mean, this is a woman who you would never have thought was in a loving relationship.
Well, here's the thing, and I get what happened with Audra and Kyle, even though his methods was shady and how he,
Absolutely.
I'm not excusing him for that. However, she spent the better of a year telling this man, I need you to prove, get my grandfather's blessing, get my grandfather's approval. That man, Victor, stonewall him up until this last time. And the moment she get the approval, now she want to walk away.
Yeah. And she was also trying to use Victor as a reason to break them up now.
Mm-hmm.
She and was so disappointed that Victor was on board with her being with Kyle after all of that crying and him spending money on Nikki's gift to impress him and all these hoops he had to jump through was all
Mm-hmm.
for nothing. It
Mm-hmm.
was never going to compete with Holden in LA, as you can see from that smile at the top right there.
Well, here's the thing. She originally was upset about Kyle and Audra, and then when it gets to this point, it's not about what you did, Kyle. It's about me and what I want. Okay, so which one is
hmm
it?
Yeah, and she was throwing whatever excuse, and then also was like, what I do in LA, it has nothing to do with you. It's none of your business. I'm like, oh,
Look at what Pink Sunset Blue wrote. She said, "Good for Claire. She has a better offer on the table."
I mean, she wants to experience some new things.
Mm-hmm. She want to
Yeah,
experience some herself right into some trouble.
yep, and it'll be her own fault, but she wants the experience. She got to live and she got to learn now.
And then she make it every time somebody try to warn her. She was like, "Well, are you telling me I'm naive and I don't know what I'm doing?" Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but that's what she wanted,
Mm-hmm.
and good for her. I mean, she wants to be a big girl and ride all the rides in LA. And at Disney, of course, that's the lie that she told Kyle. It had
mm-hmm.
nothing to do with Bolden.
Mm-hmm. Jenna
But
said, Jenna said, I believe that Claire wants to see what the bad boy has to offer, and I'm betting when this is done, she's going to go screaming back to Kyle. Well, she left the door open because she said, well, maybe just for a little while. So she wants to go hang out with Holden, and then I guess when she see what it's like, come back to Kyle. That.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
I mean, after being ran through, yeah, she feels that that's what a billionaire son deserves.
Wow.
I mean, but am I able to give a spoiler alert on
Yeah,
Monday's
go ahead,
episode?
girl. Go ahead.
Uh, After this girl told this man, I want to play in the streets, he decides, you know what? I'm going to go follow her to LA to change her mind.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like an idiot. And this is right after he had a whole full blown argument that he helped provoke with Audra. And
Mm-hmm.
she pointed out some truths. And I gotta say, YNR is listening to the podcast.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to check that
Just
out so I can see what you're talking about.
word for word about how his actual type,
Mm-hmm.
the kind of woman he's actually attracted to. Audra was able to point it out. I'm glad
So
she
break that.
recognized.
What are some of the key points on what Audra said? I'm just curious that made you think that.
She stated that he likes to be on the wild side, that he should have stayed home with Claire while her father was about to pass away and she needed the support, but he chose to roll the dice and go be around Audra and was trying to call himself proving a point, but he likes the cat and mouse games that they were playing with each other and how far he was willing to go to prove that point because he's attracted to women like Audra, unlike women like Claire, and she also threw Summer in the mix when it really should be Lola.
Mm.
So yeah, the way that she broke it down, he was spazzing out for a second. Then he went straight to Jabot and said, "You know what? I'm going to fight for Claire. I'm going to go to LA. Like that's really going to help."
Well, remember that Sharon and Nicholas is going down there too.
Um, it's a change of plans there.
Oh, really? Is that
Mm-hmm.
is that on Monday?
Yes, it is.
Mm. Okay. Well, I guess that's not happening.
Not for Nick.
Sharon's going.
Yeah,
By what's she going there? Oh, just with Noah.
yeah, to go meet with Noah.
Mm.
So Victor likes to rally the troops. So
Oh, okay.
Nick is going to follow his orders per daddy.
Oh Lord. Okay. Let's get through this Y&R crap. Um, that. What about Diane? Cause that facial expression is her overhearing what happened with Claire.
I mean, between Kyle crashing out and she's crashing out, I loved Claire's reaction. She was like, "Well, like you had in your video, sorry, not sorry. Well, I'm sorry you had to overhear that, but yeah, I ended things with Kyle, and that's just how it is." And Diane is like, "I fought for you. I
Mm-hmm.
fought for your relationship. I've supported it, and this is how you do, my son." Well, yeah, that's just how it's just gonna be. She did not care. And then you have Vicky and Nikki just tag teaming like, well, Kyle did lie to her, and we supported them, but what do you expect? I mean, this is they put it on Kyle
Mm.
after all of that.
Right. When it should have started with Victor.
Yes, and that's the part that gets me. It all of this stems from Victor, and he comes out, of course, unscathed of any repercussions at all, which is something that Lauren had pointed out to Nikki early this week too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We gotta
But
talk about that too. Ooh. Nikki
I
said something
cannot wait.
crazy this week though.
Yes, she did. Trying to paint her husband out as a victim. Ooh, Lord! But with this to wrap this up,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that Diane wants to try to cheerlead for her son, but at the end of the day, this was this girl's decision. She can't blame that on Victor. Even Claire's not putting it on Victor or Audra. She said this was her decision. She's always felt this way, that she didn't want to be in a serious
Mm. Well,
relationship.
hold on then. Then she was worried about her about Kyle lying. Then you've been lying through this whole relationship.
Yep, exactly. This is why it was never a relationship I was ever going to cheer for. She needed the experience. I said this before that she's going to want that more than anything serious with Kyle.
She talking out the
She,
side of her neck because she
yeah,
was about to move in with this guy.
I
All of
don't
the
think she
above.
even wanted that.
I don't think she wanted now. because Holden wasn't a factor in the beginning.
Ooh.
Once that boy went to Nice, Holden was around, and they was
Mm-hmm.
talking and hanging out, and it started to build even further. She started building an emotional affair. She got a lot. That's why I've been calling her a hypocrite for the last several weeks, because this has been
Mm-hmm.
building for months between her and Holden. Anytime that you sitting up having a conversation like she was having about the relationship, all of this type of stuff, getting drunk with him and things like that, she ain't innocent in this either.
Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. And Kyle, she brought up a point to Kyle that she wants to experience different things. And he was like, well, you can experience them with me in a relationship. She doesn't want a man like that. She doesn't. This is why she had him go through all those hoops, too. Because to get Victor's approval is next to impossible. And she knew that. She wanted that to be the stumbling block in their relationship. So her hands are wiped clean. She was going to put the blame on Kyle not being able to succeed, and also Victor, not being able to accept their relationship. She wanted that to be the reason why they broke up.
Then why even get with
And
this man in the first place?
I, my point exactly.
I mean, if you really didn't want to be with him or don't want this type of relationship, why you get involved with him in the first place?
Exactly. And also get Harrison wrapped up in it too.
I mean, she was
That,
going up against Summer for it. So I don't know about that, Brie. She was spending. I mean, if you really didn't want to be involved in this,
mm-hmm.
she would. Why did you keep doing? Well, you gave Summer approval of the relationship with Kyle. I want the same thing too. Okay, so explain that part.
Unless she was just competing. I don't know, maybe because she keeps pointing out that she wanted the approval, like she can feel like a real Newman, and Summer was happens to be close proximity to their age and the whole situation there. So she really hasn't, you know, had a need to maybe go head to head with anybody else in the Newman family, but she wanted to feel like she was important. And some women are just naturally competitive like that. But once Summer was out the way and Kyle had expressed that he wanted to move forward with her, that's when she wanted to throw this variable. I need for you to get Victor's approval. Okay, he got it. Unconventional, but he got it. But it wasn't good enough. She bit off more than she can chew.
Now, Javon Atkinson saying that she was arguing with her grandfather to accept Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think she shifted gears when Holden came into the picture. I think she originally it wanted to be in that relationship. That's all she knew. And then now here come this man giving her attention. And then all of a sudden, she want to switch up and figure out what's going on with Holden. And now, and especially when he was off in Nice, Holden was always around, even though he was working with Kane to get closer. See, that's the other part that she don't understand or don't even know about. Part of this plan for Holden is to get close to her based on Kane's instructions. She gonna find out the
Right.
hard way.
Oh, absolutely. I was going to ask, when did Holden come into town? Was it last year?
Right, but
Late
she
last
didn't
year?
get in. He really didn't get into that space with Claire a lot until probably like around
February,
June-ish.
March.
It
Really?
was later
I thought
than
it was
that.
for.
Cause for a while we didn't see them. Remember Damien and Holden? That whole thing. He was playing Damien,
Mm-hmm.
and then we didn't see them for a while, and then they brought him back, and then when they all went to see Aristotle Dumas, which was in June,
Mm-hmm.
ever since then, so I would say over the last 3.5 months, this whole thing with Holden and Claire has been building.
Yeah, Dewan. Also, that too. Claire got scared of Audra. She. It was a lot of excuses, but if she knew out the gate she didn't want to be anything serious, she should have put her big girl panties on and been open with this man. But she
Mm.
was trying to make everything his fault. Even the fact that he put a $5 million contract on himself to make sure that he proved to Victor that he was never going to break her heart. That wasn't good enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand where you're coming from. I mean, on your perspective on that
Mm-hmm.
maybe, she never really wanted this, but her movements, she was fighting for this relationship up until like the middle of this year. And then it's when the icing on, I mean, obviously she was like, okay, I'm going to be true to Kyle, but when this whole kiss came out, and then Holden was already on her radar. She like, okay, cool, maybe I need to slide over here. And it's like, girl, you can't hold him to a certain standard that you're not gonna hold for yourself.
Do you think Kyle leaving for Nice was the catalyst that shifted her attention towards Holden?
I think it was all about proximity because she was okay
Mm-hmm.
with him going. Because he
Okay,
asked her, he was like, listen, I won't go if you don't want me to go. And she was like, no, no, no. She okayed that. Now,
that is true.
obviously she didn't okay what his plan was, but she okayed him to go.
Yeah,
And
and then she
Holden was
was
around her a lot during that time when Kyle was gone.
and consoled her after
Correct.
Cole's passing. And he's been the shoulder to cry. She's been able to have, like you said, an emotional connection, emotional affair,
Mm-hmm.
and now she has a physical attraction apparently because she wants to make her way all the way to LA now.
Listen, the way she had that conversation with her mother, and I even used one of the photos on my thumbnail for one of the weekly recaps. The way she was looking at Holden from across that table at society, after she
Mm-hmm.
told her mother that she was interested in, I'm kind of. Oh, no, what she said was Holden is getting under her skin. That's exactly what she said.
Ooh, I mean, and she wants to get underneath some cover. So
Right.
Kyle's about
So,
to
I
walk into a
mean,
lot.
that's what I'm saying. So, as much as Kyle kissed Audra to blow up Victor and Audra's plan, she was back at home having an emotional affair with Holden.
She wants her hope awakening.
I guess, girl.
He gonna blow it wide open.
Right. And she gonna be looking like a whole fool when when she find out that she being played, which is that's what she get.
Yeah, you want the life experience? There you go, big girl.
Now I'm wondering from what you were saying with the Monday spoilers is that Kyle going to LA, maybe she gets into some deep trouble because he got a past back in LA. Maybe something bad happens and Kyle is there to rescue her. I don't know. Or he walks in on something he don't want to see.
That's more so what I'm leaning towards,
And I
and I
hope he
think that's
call her out because that conversation that he and Claire had in the park yesterday, I think it was, and he called it out. He was like, "What did he tell you how attractive you were?" And she looking at him like, "Well, it's none of your business. Just answer the question." He was saying all that stuff to you before you broke up with Kyle.
yep, sure was. I think he's going to walk into something because that intense argument he had on Monday with Audra,
Hmm.
I think that's going to lead him to her bed.
Who, Audra's?
Mm-hmm. Tempur-Pedic, he gonna lay nice and flat.
No, you know what? Let's move on because we got this other part with Audra and Nate,
Yep.
and in that conversation at the table with Amy and Lily. First of all, Lily is insufferable, and I know we talked about that. This girl wants to be angry at Kane. She wants her children to be angry at Kane just because. It's like I don't, and then the way that this is written is not realistic. I don't know no 20-year-olds that's going to stay that mad at somebody who their dad has now become a billionaire, and the billionaire daddy said, "I did this for y'all." It don't
To
make
clarify,
sense.
Victoria said he's a multi-billionaire.
That's what I'm saying. So, she's the way that this is written. It's not realistic. I mean, most 20, I'm assuming they're in their early 20s because they're still in college.
Yeah.
Most 21 and 22 years old, they might be like, oh man, Pops, you had a whole different identity. Oh man, that sucks. I wish we had a new way, but you a a multi-billionaire? It's just not realistic to me that they crashing out over this man that made billions and billions of dollars for them. That's their legacy.
Yeah. And then she drew, I think Amy was trying to draw a comparison to try to say, like, hey, there's still time for forgiveness. And she said, I lied to my son, I lied to my husband that they weren't a father and son. And my son, before he passed, was able to forgive me.
And
And
then,
Lily's like,
yeah, she did that to protect Damien. I'm like, that's not protection, ma'am.
that's life altering information that she
She
withheld.
lied to two people. She lied to her husband and she lied to her son. That man went to his grave thinking that Damien was his biological son.
And she lied to Nate Hastings Sr.
Correct.
because he was alive and she could have reached out and said, hey, this was your son, but she said she chose not to do that. So it's three men.
Yeah, and she got the nerve. Well, you did that to protect him. Protect him from what?
And she said, I can't find not one noble reason to forgive Cain. What all did he do?
All he did is he didn't tell you that he was somewhere under a different name, becoming a multi-billionaire.
And he has kept his story the same, that he was trying to leave a legacy for his kids and not show that he was a failure in their eyes and also Lily's eyes. And the part that gets me, he's been trying to explain that, but she doesn't want to hear it, but then complains if he's not telling her anything. Like, girl, make up your mind.
Exactly.
Like, exactly. Pink sunset blue. Lily's a whole ex-jailbird, but she can't trust nobody.
She got a lot of nerve. But then here's the crazy thing. She was sitting up there describing what type of man will lie and scheme. And I'm like, Victor,
Victor, Mr. Newman.
girl, and here's the other part that got me, and I got to bring this part up. And I think I told you about this when we had a conversation this morning. Lily sat there across from Amy and didn't say one word out of her mouth about the fact of dangling bait in front of Carter. You inadvertently triggered a sociopath, a psychopath, by using Damien to stick it to Kane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, and like you said, Bree, Damien only went to Nice because of her.
Exactly. He was already fired by Kane. There was no purpose for him to go, but he wanted to go because she had made it apparent that I want to go see who Aerosol Dumas is.
That's the
And
and go ahead. I'm sorry.
and she's not a power player amongst these companies. She didn't even need to go herself.
Girl, that's the part that she keep conveniently leaving out because they both wanted to blame Kane on this, and I'm like, girl, how you gonna form your mouth to say that? You kissed this man in front of your ex, and it triggered Carter in the process, knowing that you clearly had zero feelings for this man.
Until 24 hours before his passing.
Correct. Supposedly.
supposedly. Oh, that's right, because she had a dream where she thought she was kissing Damien and she was really kissing Kane.
Exactly.
And then she went out and found Damien. She decided to give him some, and then all of a sudden they're in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, but she's leaving that part out
Yeah,
in
she
front of his mother.
girl, if Amy would have found that bit of information, Nate too, because Nate wasn't there. He don't know. Now I remember there was a scene way back when Lily called Nate, and Nate was like, "Is this because of you?" And I was like, "Ooh, what a way to write that." And then they just left it
Mm-hmm.
there.
And that sucks, but I mean, as you can see, Amy has a forgiving heart, and clearly Lily just wants to be mad at the world for no reason because she ain't got no man, and she's at the company she don't even want to be at.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
Now
then she's
what's
talking about these invisible kids, and they're crying at night. It's like, girl, stop, stop.
Girl, I'm just so over that whole thing about how angry her kids are, and then they're talking to him, and oh my God, the world is coming to an end. Are you serious?
Look, he Kane throws some money these kids' way, especially with these career aspects that they have. Maddie, you want to be a lawyer? Let me get you a law firm of your own.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, afraid Charlie, you want to be in film and production? Let me call all these celebrities and let me fund any movie that you want to make.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll be okay.
They're gonna be all right.
Yeah, it's just her, and she kept saying like, I can't believe he kept this information from me and the kids. What does it got to do with you?
Well, and the thing is, she was in a relationship with Billy and Daniel over the years. So what they got to do with you?
Exactly.
I mean,
I,
granted, you know, I don't know. I mean, he was running around as Aristotle Dumas, but he could have easily said, "Hey," and I've said this before on this podcast that he could have easily been saying that, "Hey, that was under my trust."
right. It wouldn't make a difference because he owed her no explanation.
Mm-hmm.
But she's in her feelings, and then wants to keep leading everyone saying that, oh, my kids are so sad, they cry to me every night because of all the lies.
My question
What?
is, are you
What?
egging it on? Are you
Exactly.
putting fire under that whole thing? Because I can't see 20-year-olds who now has a future set for them by their father to be crying at night. That doesn't make any sense. And if they're trying to write this in the script that way, writers, that doesn't make any sense. It's unrealistic. I can guarantee you, if I built a fortune and didn't tell my kids about it and then come back and say, guess what, I'm a billionaire now and this is for you and your legacy, I don't think they're going to be mad at me.
They'd be like, Mom, give me $1 million.
I
Mom,
don't,
give me $1 million.
right. I don't think they would be upset about that. They'll be
No.
like, dang, mama, you didn't tell us, but okay.
Yeah, and exactly, Medora. What did Lily say to the kids is the question. She probably put her own little spin on it.
Yeah, she's egging it on. How could your dad do this to you? He lied to us and we didn't tell
Mm-hmm.
us none of this. And of course some they love their mother. And sometimes, when mothers can sway things certain ways and but it just doesn't sound like a realistic dialogue to me. Every time I hear that, it's just like that don't even make sense.
Yeah. I wanted to point out two things real quick. The one, I think Crystal Khalil is pregnant because she's been hiding behind those purses. And
Mhm.
then that girl said, didn't Kane have another son?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Which they will not acknowledge Sam at all.
Okay, so writers, if you are listening, because Bree definitely thinks that you are listening to the podcast, especially after Monday's episode.
Oh,
If you
absolutely.
if you are listening to the podcast, hey, if Maddie and Charlie don't want to have nothing to do with him, bring his other son in and say, hey, pops, I'll run this with you. I would be okay with that.
That boy that he had should technically be about Harrison and Christian's age.
What was it? Wait a minute, hold on. So
Sam, he was conceived right before Lily went to jail. So this
okay,
all
well they
happened
just
within
do him
six.
like they did Will. Will should only be probably no much older than who? Than Kelly
Uh,
and then Kelly on Bold and the Beautiful. Age him up, I guess.
yeah, something. But acknowledge he has another child. I hate when they try to rewrite the history, which we'll get to Bold, but like make this realistic. We know he had a whole huge storyline where he had a son outside of his marriage.
Right, exactly. Well, who knows? They might bring it in some kind of way. Maybe make him like 18 or something. Because
Yeah, that's
his
fine.
older siblings, I'm assuming, is what, maybe
And
about 23, 24 now?
yeah,
Right. So that puts about a good 6 years in between them.
actually that's correct because I think they said Maddie was going to graduate school. So
Mm-hmm.
that's about correct.
Yeah. But what sparked this whole thing, what we're talking about, was Lily, is the situation with Audra. Because
Mm-hmm.
obviously, Amy, even though the breakup has happened between her and Nate, she is still, with this whole power of forgiveness. She like, I hate that happened, but we gotta move on. And so she
Exactly.
don't really have hard feelings toward Audra, but Nate can't get there. He figured that he's been lied to, but you know what you got yourself into. Audra has always been Audra.
Exactly. And on top of that, she helped coerce him to cheat on Elena with Victoria.
That is true. Here's the other thing. She said in her conversation with Nate, was it today, that she's changed. You were just arguing with Kyle, what, day before yesterday, or the or yesterday's episode, saying how you was gonna use this as ammunition to get your job from Victor.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't changed.
She changed her dress. I mean, that's as far as she changed her hairstyle. That's as far as that goes.
Yeah, when she was over there boo-hooing and crying to Nate, oh, I've changed. I'm not the same person I was a month ago. And I'm like, you are the same person you was less than 48 hours ago.
Right. And I mean, maybe she feels guilty to some degree, and whatever Nate was doing to her in the bedroom, she misses that. But she had no problem almost giving up her relationship for a company.
Yeah. And then she went through this whole thing with Sally this week, talking about how we don't need men to tell us what to do and run us as a company and stuff. And both of them ended up trying to go back to the man that they were with.
That didn't stick at all. I mean, at least Sally was somewhat successful. I'm gonna say somewhat.
Girl, please.
But
Billy ain't changed either.
yeah, exactly. But Monday's episode with Audra, all that stuff that she said to Nate, pretty much, in my opinion, went out the window.
Okay.
Because that heat and intensity that she had with Kyle,
Yeah. Well, all I know is that her and Sally, I don't know, because that's the other thing, that Sally went to jail behind Billy's back to get that money. I'm wondering if Jill is going to give her that money. Is any indication on Monday?
oh no, nothing like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll find out. I'm wondering what Billy's going to say when he finds out that Sally went to try to get this money too.
You know what I think? I think this is gonna backfire on Sally
You think he going to be
because
mad?
you saw how mad he was on that boring Friday episode. Um, like we were talking about earlier, he's still mad about his mom selling Chancellor over, but allegedly he's over getting Chancellor back.
Mm-mm.
Then, then all this, where is this
Yeah.
animosity coming from?
Exactly,
Still,
because see, once he realized Sally was about to walk, and in my opinion, I was hoping for that breakup because of the fact that they're a boring couple anyway. But she's fighting for him, and Billy is just, he told her what she wanted to hear, which was, I'm done with the company. I'll choose you. I'll work with you as second in command as COO at Abbott Communications. And I'm looking like, yeah, okay. And then the moment Jill come to town, he is butthurt still
yep,
about Chancellor. Okay,
yeah,
so if you giving that up and you're ready to go back to Abbott Communications, um, yeah, it ain't looking like that because you still hurt over that mess.
yeah. And even Jack and Victor, they agreed that, hey, he's still not over that. That's just not going to be a magic thing. But he said what he needed to say to keep Sally, and for whatever reason, this girl still gave up the goods to him. But I mean, whatever. But you still mad at your mom. You
Right.
can't move past it to check on your mom, check on her health, anything.
Mm-hmm.
But you're so mad and so jealous of Kane and the attention that he gives her when really it should be coming from you.
But did
He's
you hear what he said? So he was like, and this is the crazy thing. I hate when people do stuff like this. He says, when you came to town, your first stop is to come see Kane and not me. And she was like, you're not talking to me. So,
right.
I
I'm
was.
like, grow up. You are a grown man with children. And on top of that, if it was meant for you to have Chancellor, you would have Chancellor. And Grant, like we were talking earlier,
Mm
it wasn't his fault how he lost it,
hmm.
but he's crying over spilled, expired, lumpy milk at this point.
Mm hmm.
Like you had an opportunity because his big gripe was being able to prove himself. He had that with Abbott Communications.
Mm hmm.
His brother funded that so he can move forward and prove himself. And on top of that, it would have been within the family. Chancellor's not his family's company.
Girl.
So you making a gripe about your brother pulling the funding, which he rightfully is able to do. You don't want to speak with your mother about a company you said that you're over trying to go after and get.
Right.
So you just talking out all the sides of your neck now.
Talking out of all the sides. That's funny. I
I'm
mean,
just,
that's what he's doing.
yeah.
Now, what do
And
you
you're,
think about this unholy alliance between Victor and Jack?
look, that's gonna be, I mean, uh, this was such a stupid thing for Jack to get himself mixed up with. I understand he wants to protect his companies and, he wants to put all the power players together, but Victor is not loyal. He's not even loyal to his wife, not loyal to his kids. He is loyal to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Only him. He's looking out the best interest of him.
And that's the thing. I don't know if he realizes it, but Victor was trying to use Kane to throw a torpedo at Jack.
Exactly. And even on Monday's episode, he's still plotting against Jack, even within
But you know what? That's what Jack is. I mean, look at what Jenna
yeah,
said. Jack is being an idiot.
per usual. He's making Diane look smart. Isn't that a shame?
Ask Jenna.
We're gonna ask Trish too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's making Diane look like the intelligent one in this family,
Girl.
and he's a patriarch.
Yeah, I don't
That is
know what he was thinking, talking about we need to join forces to try to take down Kane. Victor don't care nothing about you.
that alliance is lasting longer. But bubblegum, juicy fruit bubblegum, has the taste that lasts longer than this truce.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, which brings us to another party, a piece in this puzzle, Michael.
Oh Lord Jesus, this is the most pitiful man in daytime soaps.
Yeah,
I
Michael. Oh
I,
my gosh.
I don't think Cosmic is gonna really do it justice. We gave him a Cosmic medal. He's been, the only one who clearly wants to seek after that one. But I feel like we need one that surpasses that.
I gotta give kudos to Lauren because
Yes.
Lauren ain't playing with him no more.
Nope. Oh, I was so proud of her. She got Nikki together too.
Girl, wait a minute. Did you hear Nikki says your let me see. I'm trying to make sure I remember exactly, and I think I brought it up in the group chat that your pain is a good thing for me because it keeps Victor in check.
Right.
Did
Like
I
it
say
gives
was
you.
that wasn't that the gist of what she was saying?
Yes. She actually wants Michael to cry to Victor and work with Victor, even if it upsets Lauren. And I think Lauren was like, you keep justifying Victor, and you're painting him out to be the victim, and she was really giving her, and also she ignores all the things that Victor does, and she turns a blind eye to all the crap that she and how Victor has treated Michael.
Mm-hmm.
She really gave it to Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
All facts.
Mm-hmm. And Nikki sitting up there looking like, oh my God, you talking to me like that? Somebody need to.
Exactly. She's not special.
Mm-mm.
Like Victor could trade her for Audra at any minute. Nikki's not special.
Yeah, and Audra do anything Victor want because he got the biggest. Well, he ain't got. I would want to see an interaction between her and Kane.
Me too. I'm like, girl, the money is right there. All you gotta do is just, flip the mattress over and make it spanking brand new for Kane. And he gonna fund whatever you want, just as long as you do as he says. He's
Girl,
a younger version of Victor. Boom.
that would set Lily on fire.
Oh yeah. I mean, imagine Audra is gonna be the new stepmom. The writers, you need to make that happen. I want to see Lily's face crack
Mm-hmm.
at just the thought of that. Mm.
Girl, and I knew this was gonna happen when Michael went back to tell Victor that he got fired. He didn't look at. He was like, "So you failed, huh?"
And he was trying to say like, oh, I can still get Kane to hire me back. This is not over. He's just playing a game with me. It's nothing. He's still trying to be up underneath Victor. You would have thought, okay, I failed at this. I tried. I'm going to go back to my wife and focus on my retirement and get out of this mess because I don't have any companies I work for. It
Right.
ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm. Girl.
But this is where we're at.
So, did we talk about everything?
I think so. But Lauren got him together at that table. She's like, you lied to me. I'm through, and walked out.
That's what he get.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he been treating her like a side chick for a long time.
Yep.
To Victor.
Yep. She said, I look like a main dish. I'm going to be treated like a main dish. And she left.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do with that. She set him up real good because she buttered him up this time. And when she got that phone call from Nikki, surprisingly, she decided to play along. It was over.
Yep. Yep.
So
He gonna get them papers.
yeah, simping cost him his marriage.
It costed his marriage of 25 years.
Right.
This is what he's been doing, and she's tired of it.
And here's the thing: with Michael going through this divorce, I could see Just say, I don't know if he'll, she go get those papers, but if she does, and he come back and tell Victor, I lost my wife trying to help you, he gonna be like, and
Exactly. Don't phase him none.
look at what
This is
he
why.
told Nikki. He said if Lauren got a problem with what he doing and Michael don't want to tell her, that's his business. He
Exactly.
don't care.
He don't even care about his kids. He told Jack, look, I got a contingency plan on Adam if he don't act right.
Girl, yes, he did say that.
So what is Michael? This is how he treats his kids. Well, one of
Exactly.
them at least.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. All right, girl, we got through it. Let's move on to bold.
oh, this show.
Okay, so it took about a good, what, 2 weeks or a week and a half for Electra to realize that her boyfriend was now a victim instead of a cheater.
Yeah, it took also about 2.5 weeks for them to change into some different clothes too.
So we're in the same day, I guess, huh?
The following day, the
Oh, what
next
did
day.
you think about the new sets?
I love
You
the
see what
new
they did to the
Forcer set.
design room?
I love that. That is beautiful. I love the sets. Um, I also my favorite was El Giardino. That looked like a real full blown restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Like I
Mm-hmm.
would go eat there. Minus the Luna, but I would eat there.
Yep, the sets look amazing because they moved, what, about 2 months ago?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Beautiful sets. Oh
Yes,
my
it
goodness.
was. Yes, it was. So, kudos. I know that they moved from Studio City to, I forgot, is it Pasadena?
Like Pasadena Sunset something.
Something like that, yeah. So, cool beans. But it looks nice. Especially, I like the design room. They got all the pictures around the walls and the different designs. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we kicked off the week with Electra finding out that Luna was over at Bill's and that she was pregnant. Luna punched her in the face.
You mean Electra
I
Punch
mean,
Luna?
Electra punched Luna in the face. Sorry about that. Electra punched her in the face, and you know what? I'm like, her belly hit the edge of that couch or that chair. I thought, sure, I'm like, ooh, is this where she might lose it? But it don't seem like it. So.
Mm-mm. No. But I'm like, Electra, you walking on troubled waters, girl.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, you're gonna end up pulling a Steffi. Steffi learned the hard way from going up face to face with a psychopath.
yeah, I mean, talked about poking the bear. She decided to punch the bear.
Right, because you
Um,
mad. And I get it, she's mad because Luna done some bad things. I mean, that whole string of events we've been talking about for weeks is just not okay.
yeah, I'm just so yeah. I, I,
We don't even have to rehash it, girl. We've been talking about it for the longest. When I did the
yeah.
podcast myself about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I sat it up there and I did a whole soliloquy on how I felt.
I heard it and I was like,
Because I just don't like the fact, I'm telling you, if this was the other way around, burn down the network, right? But
yeah,
because it's Will or a boy or a
a
young
male.
man,
Yeah,
it's different. It's like, yeah, well, he was drinking, he was half awake. He did not consent.
yeah. And even I think in today's episode, she said that he slept with Luna.
Right.
No, he was taken
Advantage
advantage
of.
of, which is completely different. It's not like he hooked up with a chick at the bar and he was passed out drunk and
Right, and
slept.
he took Luna upstairs and they got it on and whatever. That dude was laying there, passed out drunk on that bed. She came in there with that girl's mask trying to be somebody else.
Exactly.
And she was the one that spiked his alcohol.
And this was very traumatizing for him, but and I understand she's upset, but I'm like, the real victim once again is Will. And Jenna makes a very valid point. Why aren't Bill and Katie getting Will counseling? The young man is falling apart over all of this and they're just ignoring him. Exactly.
Yeah,
Everything, all of this was going to always be about Luna.
yeah, it's just the way that they're doing. I mean, the dialogue that's been surrounded around the Luna character for the better of over a year has been really, really suspect. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, even when they did the whole thing, Zende got the blues, Delon Demetz
Yes.
got the blues off screen
Yeah.
because of the hint of impropriety.
Yeah. And they were comparing that recently and saying that he was still at fault and what Luna did with Will is incomparable to what happened with her and Zende. His
Exactly.
was worse because he was a man. I'm like, I was very furious when I was reading all of that.
Exactly. So when the roles are reversed, the impact is different. And the bottom line is that it's not okay on either side.
Exactly.
You
And
know,
I'm
and
hoping,
granted, he thought that the girl was consenting because she was in the bed talking about, yeah, I've been waiting for you. And he like,
yeah,
really? Okay. No, and he did not put those mints. She kept popping the mints at that party and
exactly.
drinking champagne.
And then several months later, tell Steffi that Zinni was the best that she's ever had, and she set everything up so she can sleep with
She
him.
knew
And
exactly what was going on. She was clear in the head and everything else, and nobody said nothing. They still was saying, well, you shouldn't have did it because she had a boyfriend.
yep, yep. And the actor was also catching heat after that reveal too, that they weren't happy that they wrote
So they wanted to
Luna to
keep him as a villain.
exactly. I hated that. That was insane. And on top of that, the actor can't help how things are written on the show.
Do
So
it.
why were they attacking the actor? That was insane.
Well, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, we went through that with Wayne Brady too.
yeah. But thankfully, this is like you said. We
No,
talked
why?
about it
Why?
a
I
lot,
mean, I don't want nobody coming after the actress Lisa Yamada,
right?
but that energy is not the same, if at
Right.
all.
I don't think it is at all. They talk about the character, but the actress isn't attacked, which is a good thing. But it's lightweight in comparison to the Zende thing,
I mean, she
and that's
is.
unfortunate.
It's blatant. The way that this is written is blatant, and they know. And I'm assuming they wrote it this way because they knew that the audience was going to take it lightly. They knew that.
Yeah. And it seems like the writing is just zeroing in and focus on Luna's pregnancy. And I knew that was going to come. They were going to pacify this. So probably with the next couple of weeks, how she got pregnant is not even going to be a factor
Mm-hmm.
for most of the characters. It's going to be a Luna's pregnant and what they're going to do and blah, blah, blah. So I'm hoping that maybe Taylor kind of pops in and check on Will since she's aware of what's happened
Mm.
to some degree and be able to counsel him. But the likelihood of them trying to, really care about Will's feelings on the show is incredibly slim. It's
Oh,
all
of
going to be
course.
focused on Luna.
That boy was he was victimized, and like you say, counseling should have happened. First of all, Katie was the wrong in the first place by telling him, "Oh, just forget about it. You ain't got to tell Electra about it. It just act like it never happened." Are you serious,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am?
Yeah. And this is the girl that Luna wanted to save. I
Hmm.
mean, this is that Lee wanted to say. Let me say that.
So, I don't. I mean, all we know, we're gonna find out if and this whole pregnancy thing. It doesn't even make sense. You slept with this dude what 3 weeks ago, and now all of a sudden you found out a week later you were pregnant, week and a half, and then you're so far along. Even though y'all been in the same clothes for a week and a half, we're far along where you can do a paternity test.
That
I
was.
mean, it's just dumb. It's stupid.
It really is. It was like, didn't she try to do a pregnancy test like the
The
day
day
after?
after,
I ain't never heard of that. This is some super sore
girl, I
stuff.
mean, it's that part is not even realistic because
Like, you
it
gotta
takes
wait at
like what
least.
72 hours just for implantation.
Yeah, but like you have to wait like a whole like it's a whole we most people got kids in this chat, but like you gotta wait at least 6 weeks before you take a test to see if you're even
Right.
pregnant for one.
And my thing, if they wanted to make it look a lot more realistic, all they had to do is keep Luna stuck at least for another 3 weeks, right?
Right.
And play it down. Maybe she was creeping around town. Nobody still knows, and he maybe kept getting mysterious text messages. I'm not, and again, I'm not co-signing how she did this, but this whole pregnancy thing is just not realistic. You test yourself 3 or 4 days after you had sex with somebody, and then now all of a sudden you're pregnant, and then 2 weeks later you can have a paternity test.
I mean, this is X Files.
Exactly.
Pregnancy.
I
Like, what
mean,
type
like
of
you say,
alien?
it's Sorod, but you only Sorod part of the story. They've been in the same clothes for a week, but then you
2
moving fast
weeks.
to pregnancy.
They've been in the same clothes for about 2.5 weeks because because the new season has started last month.
Right. Season what 39, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Early last month. They've been in the same clothes since then.
Mhm.
That is insane. But if they want to soror the pregnancy, she'll be halfway through her pregnancy by Christmas.
That's if she make it that far.
I think she will. I
Um,
think Poppy's gonna pop in when she catches wind that she's pregnant with the Spencer baby because she was so unsuccessful trying to and that's the part right there. She knew Bill wasn't Luna's dad, but she had no problem going with that bandwagon too,
right.
trying to
Exactly.
trap him with the baby. So at least Luna is success. Sadly, she's successful. So I think we're gonna get Amber and Tawny 2.0.
Well, we'll see. Um, all I know is that I'm just I was actually happy to get a break on the Thursday's episode from that storyline when we
Me
only
too.
had the whole thing with Brooke and Carter and Hope, and you know it was a nice break from that Luna storyline. And then I saw today and I'm like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah. And it was, it was nice playing in the background. I thought they were going to touch on the Liam and Hope thing and the result of that, but they were like, "Well, you guys know the story already. We don't have to show you that." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
um we also got to talk about what happened, the reaction of Deacon finding out that his wife Sheila knew about it and didn't say anything. And I think we did we bring that up last week when we were
I didn't think
saying,
we did.
yeah, when we were saying how he said, I don't want you to talk about it, think about it, say anything about it, don't even
Yeah,
bring her up. And then you mad. It's kind of like how we were saying about Billy. Why you didn't come see me when you're not even speaking to your mother? How are you going to say why you didn't tell me if you told her not to even bring her name up?
it's like it's
It's
contradicting. It's same
contradicting.
thing. Same thing with Lily about Kane. You want
Right.
to know why he did all this, but at the same time, you don't want to speak to him.
Yeah, it
or
don't
hear
make
what you have to
sense.
say. Yeah.
Well, he goes and run off, which is again sometimes I wonder, do they just? It's just weird with Bold. I mean, Young and the Restless, they pretty have continuity with their writing. Sometimes it don't make sense, but it's not in abundance like at Bold. Cause then at all the places that Deacon can go, he goes to Taylor.
Yeah, that's right. Uh, I don't want that at all. Let her have her own man. We were saying this last week. Let her
Right.
have her own man that has nothing to do with Brooke at all. Why
Shoot,
is
Brooke and Sheila.
that too? Give us Jack. Well, Jack had something to do with Sheila, but I mean, it'd be something new and different. Give her
Yeah,
her own man.
yeah, they would have to bring a whole new character, and I don't even see that happening. I mean,
Mm-mm.
we
Bring
had
Jack
Bill,
back
and then Bill tried to shoot his shot with Katie. I think that was last week, or was it this week?
last
That
week.
was last week, So obviously they trying to put them two back together, but it's like he just randomly said, "I have nowhere else to go, and I know you can relate to me." It, it ain't working, writers. I'm sorry, I don't see the chemistry. Now, if this was Krista Allen, I
Oh,
would see
absolutely.
the chemistry would automatically be there.
Yeah. And it's no shade to the actors. We never shade the actors.
Right.
It's just the certain chemistry dynamics is something to root for. And when Krista Allen and Sean Keenan were on, had their scenes together, it was electric.
It was.
And I feel like with Rebecca, I think if they brought in someone completely different where they can kind of develop that chemistry, I would root for that. That's why I said Jack. He's already established character. He's already, he's Finn's dad. He has like Luna as his granddaughter. They could relate on so many different things,
Mm-hmm. I agree with
and
that.
we could have had like some type of um, triangle or something with him, Lee, and Taylor. Like it would have been refreshing, something different.
Yep, I
But
agree.
they're giving us the Taylor and Deacon, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
feeling that at all. It's just not there for me. And then remember we had what's her name? Brooke randomly come. You never know what could happen. Yeah, okay.
I'm like, we didn't need that scene at all.
No.
I mean, she didn't need to be there. Like, and that's another thing too. There's been like a lot of random, unnecessary scenes.
Dialogue. Yeah, we didn't get no more of that conversation. I thought at Il Giardino, which brought us the Daphne scene, I thought we would see more of what happened with Deacon and Sheila, but nothing. They just showed us the restaurant and karaoke. To me, that wasn't karaoke. The girl just sung a song.
And she's beautiful.
I
She sounded
know.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was surprised that she was there, given how Deacon had a whole attitude.
Exactly. But obviously, Deacon was nowhere to be found, so maybe
Yeah,
that's
we.
why. But before that, Carter
Mm.
decided that, and then we had this daddy daughter dance because obviously Invisibeth didn't get one. Kelly did, so they had to give her one over at the house. And Invisibeth is all up in grown folks' business, but I know she want her parents together. But she's like, Carter's cool and all, but no.
She said that twice.
I
She
know.
used Carter out 3 times. First, it was in that office where she was like, I love my mommy, my daddy. And it was that pause.
Right.
She was not trying to include Carter in any of that. And then twice this week, like, Carter's okay, but, I need my mom to be with my dad.
Right.
I'm like, but it's age appropriate. I expect a girl this age should want her parents back
She's a
together.
cute little actress because for a while, Beth really didn't talk.
Beth was non-existent. She was Elizabeth.
Kelly was the talker.
She sure was. And
Mm-hmm.
now if she's like, look, you guys are gonna see me. I'm not invisible anymore.
Mm-hmm. She was
I'm
like,
catching
listen, y'all
all of these.
calling me Invisibeth. I'm finna make myself known.
Look, spotlight on me. I'm right here. You giving me lines and dialogue? Yes. I am Beth, Logan, Forrester, Spencer, whatever.
Forrester. Beth Logan Spencer. I don't think a Forrester fit in there anywhere.
She'll make it fit in. Watch. She'll
Girl,
be.
that's funny.
But I'm glad that we see some dialogue. But please, and this, me and Trish were talking about this too. Why was this girl's daddy-daughter dance in Brooke's living room?
They did the same thing with Kelly and Liam over at Steph's house.
Like, she needed jewelry, a special dress to be in Brooke's living room.
That's what, because I actually thought that she was going to like a school event or something.
You would have thought this was at an arena, especially the people. These are rich people. You would have thought it was at a country club, someplace other than Brooke's living room.
I know, right?
Like, they kept talking about the daddy-daughter dance. I'm like, this is gonna be like a grand event, only for him to put on his MP3 player and play music.
And put a cluster of balloons in front of the fireplace. So, hey, whatever works. I mean, she thought she was gonna lose her daddy, so I
I,
guess.
I get that, but she needed special jewelry
Yeah,
to be.
Ivy. And then she had said, "Don't you think my hope is better for my dad?" And Ivy is looking like.
Like, dang. I mean,
You put that woman. She put that woman on the spot.
right. I was like, oh Lord, okay. But she handled it well. She understands the kid means well, and she was like, look, she understands. She wants her parents back together, so no harm, no foul. Like, it's appropriate at that age.
Nicole says, "Why can't Carter ever find true love? Because he always choose unavailable women, emotionally
Sure does.
unavailable women. That's why."
That's his type. Unavailable woman is his type. He had Daphne right in his face. No ties whatsoever. That she's brand new and she actually wants him. But that's not his type.
Well, it is now.
He's like, wee.
Girl, Hope decides to tell her mama. I think I'm feeling some things for Liam now, and she's like, "Oh, go follow your heart. You went through the same thing. Ridge thought he was gonna lose me, and had made a decision. You thought you were gonna lose Liam, and now you have a second chance." I'm like, "Oh Lord, whatever." Listen, if they're gonna put these two couples back together, Liam and Hope, Brooke and Ridge, please leave them together for a while.
Yeah. I didn't like the way that she shaded Thomas.
Yeah, talking about that. The reason why she couldn't commit is because of the whole thing with Beth.
But you committed to being screwed by this man, though.
Oh, absolutely. She sure did.
For almost a good year. So clearly she wasn't all that upset.
And then let me just say this, if the writers are listening, you dropped the ball when it comes to Matt Atkinson. I don't know if y'all just gave him a 3-day contract, but you need to bring your boy back. And y'all gave him a whole argument with Brooke, only for him to hug it out, and we ain't seen him since.
And that is insane. He is probably one of the most talked about, most missed characters on this show. And Matt Atkinson has really made it his own. We were all looking forward to Matt Atkinson coming back.
Yeah, but they had him come back just for that. That's insane.
Yeah, that we ever since he left, every time we see in the chat, like, where is Thomas? We miss Thomas. Even on the different blog sites, where is Thomas? We got excited at the thought of him coming back, only for us to get what we got.
Like about 3 days.
And there's plenty of room to write this man's character. I mean, he's a whole designer, and like, there could have been other ways to utilize him.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't. They dropped the ball on. I don't know. I mean, you had us excited with this man coming back to the show, only for him to be hollering at Brooke, console his mother, who seemed to be fine and maybe moving on with Deacon, and then he hug it out with Brooke and accept her, and go home. I
like, what was the purpose of him coming then?
Yeah, that was yeah. Hmm.
Like,
Whatever.
yeah,
Whatever.
that was an L. That was an L for bold. We're not a fan of that.
But we still gotta talk more about Carter, cause Carter decided to go get hope for the tacky for the future back, as you would call it,
I
and
mean, the world needs more ugly clothes to wear.
well,
So
maybe Deke is going to do something different.
we can only hope. So they scraped up hope from the future from the flea market after the buyer said we
Hey,
don't want to wear this
wait!
ugly
I
stuff.
love flea markets. Don't make the flea markets look that bad, girl. By having
Okay,
hope for the future.
look, they gathered hope from the future from the swap meets, and even they didn't want the clothes, but apparently Carter made a pitch that Ridge was like, you know what, I'm with Brooke. We can bring back hope for the future. I'm not mad at her anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Because apparently the world does need some ugly, tacky clothes.
Okay.
So let's hope that Deke is able to give this girl some sense of stuff. And that's at the part. Thomas was the only one who got her vision and actually gave her a sense of style. That's the only time her line has been successful is whenever he was designing her clothes.
Well, we'll see. But here's the thing. Carter asked this girl to marry him 2 seconds after giving her line back. And she was like, oh, thank you for the line, but yeah. And I gotta give Carter a shout out because he could have been like Kyle and chase this whole thing down, like you said on Monday. But he like, you know what? I see the writing on the wall. Why don't you just go head on?
Right, because she was like, I'm going to go to the daddy-daughter dance. It's for daddy and daughter. It had nothing to do with her.
Well, here's what it was. He was expecting that she was going to be so happy about getting her line back and so thankful about it that
Yep.
she would have been excited to spend the rest of the evening with him. And instead, she's like, thanks. Wedding, not so fast. But by the way, I want to go to the daddy daughter dance. And he like, that's where you want to be? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this is how I wish Taylor had handled Ridge. He had some dignity. He said, look, this is where you want to be. I want no parts of that. Go ahead and go be with the family that you want to be with.
Exactly. I gotta give it to him because I said I was gonna when he went and got that line for her. I'm like, ooh, he's going high up on that Olympics. And then when he like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. You go ahead.
Yeah.
We know what this is. Everybody, let's cry it out, and I'll holler at you later. He took that ring off her finger.
And I'm proud of him. Good. Get your ring back.
I'm like,
She's not going to.
good for you, dude. Get your ring back. He slid that ring off her finger and said, I'll see you later.
Yep. Look. I was so proud of him. Because you know how these Logan women love to collect rings.
Yeah, well, maybe he'll end up giving it to Daphne. Now, that's kind of tacky, though.
That would be.
She would.
But
I would think Daphne would want to have her own thing, not a ring that he had for Hope.
yeah, but I mean, she got her Liam back. I mean, she keeps forgetting the reason why she cheated on him and broke up their marriage in the first place. But she got her family back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. However, Daphne, she was happy to see Carter. Carter was shocked that she could sing so well. But I mean, I think honestly, you want somebody that want you back, 100%.
Hmm.
You don't want somebody that's just like, oh, I'm just here because I thought my ex was dying. Now that he's not dying, I want to go get him back. Daphne has been Team Carter for a very long time.
Yeah, and like she even came back to the U.S. and said, "You know what? I'm gonna stick it out." And she has made her intentions clear that she wants this man. He can't get any better than that.
Exactly.
And she's available.
She has no ties to Liam or Ridge or anybody else on that show. The only way he can screw this up is if he find a challenge for somebody else, because he like women that are emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, that is his type, but maybe Daphne might have a shot with him, depending on how long the actress is on the show. But at least he got himself, his dignity.
Hey,
Um,
listen, you see what Aisha said? Aisha said Daphne should make him work for it.
oh, she well past that. She throws herself like Pepe Le Pew every chance she gets at him,
Right.
so he knows is readily available. Unfortunately.
Yeah, she's been trying to get at Carter for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So now that
Yep.
he's free and single and he kicked that girl to the curb, like, going back to your ex, Daphne is like, hello.
I mean, she's going back to trash Peen anyway.
Like Ashley and Derek.
But we that's a whole other discussion there. But Hope cheated on Liam for a reason. So I don't know how long this union's gonna last, but she deserves everything that she's about to get.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
All right, did we cover everything for Bold?
I believe so. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Okay. Let's get over to Beyond the Gates. Oh Lord, the beginning of this week was insane. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. I've always done little edits of different romance scenes. There was two of them that I did this week. I did one of Tomas and Eva, and I did one of Bill and Danny.
Ugh, look at these trash individuals at the top left.
Oh, you know what? I honestly think that the three, neither one of them should be trying to go for the other. Kat need to figure out what's going on with herself.
I know. Oh, I was. Uh, Tomas is just not worthy of this girl. I wish she could have just passed him off to Eva because he's a social climber, he's a user clearly, and he has no real respect for women. He says whatever is going to soothe his ego, and that's the reason
This
why he
man
got.
had so much double talk. It was insane because when he got to Eva's place and they started, playing around and, necking and petting or whatever, he says that there is no him and Kat, that she ghosted him and we haven't talked, so they're not together. But then when he got busted at the end, he was like, well, he is with Kat, and I'm like, wait a minute, you just said
Oh, they haven't officially broken up yet.
right.
Oh, he a piece of work. That's not what I really want to say, but he a
But
piece of
that
work.
was cold. That I gotta say, the dialogue on there was cold. Beyond the Gates have been knocking it out the park. I just gotta
And
say, I mean, my eyes are always glued. I'm looking, and I'm glad it's an hour, so you get a lot of content, right? The
there's so many stars of the week on that show.
Oh my gosh, that whole scene between Eva and Tomas, that man was diabolical.
Yeah. And actually, no, 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 no. Let's back it up. The dialogue between Kat and Tomas and Eva
Mhm.
was diabolical. This man, uh, Kat was trying to get Eva together, and Tomas had the nerve to say, like, don't talk to Eva like that. Excuse
Right,
you?
right.
You wearing her towels and you telling me I can't get her together?
Yeah, he was
He,
defending Eva, and then turn around and then tell Eva he played her. I mean, whoever wrote that was trifling.
mm-mm.
They
And
had
it had
some.
a,
Yeah, go ahead. What'd you say?
and it had the nerve to say, "Are you okay? I know she talked and said some stuff to you, Eva. Are you okay? Is she okay?" Mm-mm.
I didn't mean to use you, and oh my gosh, I mean, a lot of people did. It was mixed reviews. Some people felt bad for Eva, and some people was like, "Well, that's what she get."
Uh, Let me go on record and say I don't feel bad at all for Eva. She got exactly what she deserved for being
Well, here's the
trifling and
thing.
raggedy.
But Cat still want to fight for this mess, and the way the promo looked for next week, so does Eva now.
Okay, they both idiots.
And I mean, Cat don't even. She likes dating him, but she's not getting any enjoyment out of the bedroom activities, right?
Right.
So it's all about winning at this point. She don't want to lose out to her sister or half sister, right?
Uh-huh.
So what happens if Eva? See, if Eva was to walk away and say, you know what, this man just said what he said, and he was using me, and I ain't done. I think Kat would kick him to the curb because there's nothing to fight over
Yes.
now.
Exactly. I agree with that. This is just sisterly competition. And I think that Kat just feels like she's been wronged
Mm-hmm.
ever since Eva has came into their lives. She doesn't really have the same close relationship with her father. Everything with her family is a mess.
Yep.
And Leslie and Eva has pretty much been getting away with everything. So it's been a losing battle, even though she's done absolutely nothing wrong. And it's sad to see that the characters getting kind of a little bit trashed online and Eva's lifted up. I'm like, the amount of things that Eva and Leslie have done, like,
Well, you know
Kat
what?
hasn't done anything wrong.
You know what it is. It comes down to the dialogue of classism.
Yes.
So I think a lot of folks are having issues with Kat is because she there's an air that she carries around about how her talk about Eva's clothes and you get your stuff from here, and like she's talking down her nose to this person, whereas there's a lot of people who tend to relate to the everyday, get in the mud, try to get it out the mud life turn. And I think that's the issue. It's a classism issue.
Yeah. And it really should just boil down to the character of
Right.
this person. And the thing is, they're going to do it's really no different from what we see like on Real Housewives, where women are like
Girl, I don't
pointing
know. I don't
out,
even watch that.
but like just that back and forth and being petty and
Mhm.
catty,
Mhm.
like that's how I take that. But the characters, Kat has done nothing wrong to Eva. Like she'll have some clapbacks for Eva, but she dishes it the same way she takes it. Whereas Eva has plotted and helped plan along with her mother to basically be a human wrecking ball in that
And
family.
then I think the other thing is, and I'm not agreeing either way. I just like to be objective to see why or what people are saying. I think the other
Mm-hmm.
issue is that how they came up from a hard life and it's a struggle, and they just trying to make their way, and all these rich folks are looking down at them and think they're the scum of the earth, or they think they're so much better. And yeah, I mean, it could be going so many ways, but this whole thing with Tomas, they need to
Mm-hmm.
both walk away from him. Even though Eva is wrong for what she did in this situation, definitely Tomas. But I think she need to walk away from him too.
I mean, people were saying that they were the perfect couple. They should
They
be
got
together.
chemistry. Absolutely. I mean, look at my video that I did on Instagram. There's
Oh
definitely
yeah,
chemistry there. But in terms of what he said to her after it was over, she should be done.
yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I'm like, that's the type of man that you deserve. You just just the fact that she was rubbing it in Kat's face, like, oh, I enjoyed every minute of it. Oh, he tells me all of your business.
Yeah,
He
that was
tells me
bad.
everything.
That part right there. This man talked about what was going on in their bedroom to her half sister,
Sister.
and the same half sister that he slept with. Oof.
Exactly. That's why I said she's a trash individual. All these tears after he told her, "Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry that I used you." She convinced me with that. She got exactly what she deserved.
Yeah, but
Just
and I get, and I agree with that, because you woke up and chose violence, and it blew up in your face.
yeah.
And but on the flip side, once you realize what's in front of you, do you continue to still wallow in the mud with that?
Mm,
You know what I mean? Especially with him. I mean, granted, she was wrong too, but yeah, Tomas is a hot mess. Um,
yeah.
Derek is getting on my nerves. Ashley
I'm
usually
afraid
is the one that's getting on your nerves, but so is Derek. I'm like, dude, you
the
tiptoeing around.
situation, the situation is getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
Because I understand his reasoning why he's hesitant and wants to see if she's really wants to be in a relationship with him. But how long is he going to actually try to keep this up? And they're setting it up to where she's going to leave him once she finds out the truth, which is unfortunate.
but that doesn't make okay. So she keeps saying you're gonna be able to walk in no time, and we're gonna be able to do this. So it seems at this moment, even though we know that she's missing some Andre,
Yeah.
it seems that she wants him to get up and walk so they can live their life. But I guess he's afraid that he won't be able to play nursemaid anymore. I mean, she won't be able to play nursemaid to him anymore and stick around and stuff if he's healthy again and able to walk.
And I'm like, it shouldn't make a difference. And here's the thing, she proposed to him after she rejected his proposal months ago. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I never liked this pairing only because of how she treated Derek. He's another person who's done nothing wrong. She just wanted to be for the streets.
Right. Her and
And
Claire need to go have a girls' trip.
for real, and see how that works out for them. And then
Look,
she
go on a
called
double
right.
date trip between her and Andre and Holden and Claire.
Exactly, and see how that works out.
Right.
But she 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 didn't. She kept saying how it was the best decision that she left Derek, and she wanted to explore things. And it was the moment that he got injured. All of a sudden, oh baby, I'm so sorry. I love you. I miss you. Like she changed her whole tune once he was injured.
Right.
and it's hard for me to feel like any, I can't root for this couple at
First
all.
of all, I don't think there's any chemistry there. Even if they were doing fine, I just don't. I don't know. They worse than
And
what they're to me. I think the chemistry it was worse than Liam and
Billy and
Hope
Sally.
was before the Thomas thing. Remember how dry everybody was
Yeah.
talking about Liam and Hope was vanilla?
Yes, I agree.
I think that they're worse. Ashley and Derek is.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Hmm.
And like even when they try to throw that Ashley and Andre thing with us, I can't get on board with that either.
Yeah, me either. It's just like I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the Ashley character.
I think it just they've only put her with like certain characters. If they explore and have her venture out, maybe we might see a little something,
Mm,
but or maybe
yeah.
when they cast other people,
Hmm.
maybe, but I don't know. I just don't like this for Derek. This is kind of painting him as like semi antagonist, like he's causing Andre and Ashley not to be together. I don't like that
Yeah, like
because he's
he's
done nothing
the
wrong.
yeah, he's in the middle of this because if he was healthy, then, I don't know. I'm just not feeling that couple. And
Yeah,
I mean, I wasn't even feeling the whole Derek and Shanice thing either. I don't, I'm
I
sorry.
was really,
Nah.
I was
I
good
don't like
with that.
rebounds. I mean, it was just so they broke up, and next thing you know, oh, let's go out, and this is her boss. Yeah, yeah, I wasn't feeling that. Mm-mm. Now, I could see if Ted asked Shanice out, or who else? Who else? Was Shanice maybe, maybe, maybe?
I was hoping we see Shanice and Doug at one
Yeah,
point.
that would have even worked. Doug, because Vanessa was out there doing her thing. Gambling was his woman, you know,
It's for real for many years.
for many years,
Um,
right? So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, so I don't know.
that's That's actually a valid point. That was probably the main chick, and we see why Vanessa was moving like a side chick now.
Right, 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 right. I gotta say, Joey is a master manipulator.
That's why I was asking the group, like, who
I
is
think he's
worse?
worse. I was thinking that same thing watching this whole thing. He's worse than Victor.
Because he executes
This man calls for
the.
deaths, and he's okay in acting like ain't nothing happened and be snuggling up to you 2 seconds later. And he even softened their son,
By now.
Darnell, up to this whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, he got away with words. But I feel like he and Victor kind of one and the same days have different pockets.
Well, I
I cause
mean, right. I mean, he's dirty money, and Victor's business wise, right?
Yeah, but they both got bodies.
Yeah, but how many? Well, I guess Victor back in the day, right, is the type that would be like, I need you to go out here and take care of this person. I haven't seen Victor actually put a hit on somebody, right, lately. This
I
man had
mean,
had several hits. Kenneth,
yeah.
Doug. He wanted to take Randy out, and Randy begged for his life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Joey, and the thing is, Joey's not going to go anywhere. So even if all of this catches up to him that he had something to do with Doug's passing, I don't think it's going to change anything, especially not for Vanessa, because she
She
likes the
crazy.
danger.
You know what? She's another trash individual. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
granted, first of all, she's a hypocrite because you sung and danced all up in Ted's face about an affair that happened 30 years ago when you've been actively sleeping with multiple people since the inception of the show.
Quick thing, did you see? that people saw a connection between Ted and Vanessa. I did not
I
see
ain't,
it.
no, I saw, I didn't see that. I heard you say that in the group chat earlier. No, nope.
Writers, please do not put those two together at all.
Yeah,
At all.
I didn't see that at all. I'm like, I heard you say that, and I'm like, no, not me.
Mm-mm.
But
I was surprised. I was like, no. Ted and June?
now
I'm here for
that
that.
was interesting. But we
Yeah.
talked about that. That was
I,
last week, right?
yeah. And
Yeah,
then June had kind of touched on it this week, too,
yeah,
when
she
she
sure
was
did.
talking with Nika.
Right. So
And
go ahead.
I was going to say, and I'm surprised that Naomi just didn't say that that's the twins' granddad. And and if he was an active grandfather or active parent, he would know exactly who June was.
Right.
But we
But
see how selfish he is, and Eva's his only child.
yeah, they haven't really put him in any too many scenes with Kat lately or Martin. That's another thing that happened this week. Martin broke up with Smitty.
I know, but for good reason. I think
Yeah,
this is
did
going
you
to
see
help
what
put them
that
back
man? That
together.
man screw. He slept with him and then told him, "Okay, but you can't stay here." He like, hold on, you ain't finna treat me like a piece of meat that you can just pick up and do whatever.
Right. Exactly. He got himself his dignity, and it looked like Smitty was a little bit, remorseful, but this is that get right, that act right. So Martin's trying to establish some dominance, and I think this is what Smitty's going to have him try to come back. So
Yeah,
I think this needed
Martin.
to happen.
Yeah, Martin is like, yeah, he's I care about you and everything, but I got it. I'm about to be out.
Yep. If you want things to change, you know what you need to do.
Exactly. I didn't even put that picture up there, but I'm put that up there. Um, we also had Bill is he want his wife back. I mean his ex-wife back. He wants Danny back.
Yeah, this was a debate in the group chat, or um, like I see the writing is on the wall. The fact that this man had his assistant look up Danny's marriage license, like, if you're happily married, why do you care?
He turns around and threw his daughters in it talking about what happens when, Naomi and Chelsea find about it. I'm like, you didn't think about that when you married her friend.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, he had no problem parading her in front of his daughters, in front of his ex-wives, the family, anyone who can see Haley. He
Exactly.
didn't care.
Nope.
But the moment that at least Danny presented like she moved on, even though she really hasn't, all of a sudden you're worried about how does it affect your daughters, your grown daughters who got their own money. And he was talking about, like, well, they haven't had a prenup. We don't want Andre to come after the money. Andre got his own money, honey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And these girls clearly know how to get to a bag themselves. And on top of that, they're Dupree, so they're going to inherit Dupree and Hamilton money.
Right.
So
So they're
they're
good.
set for life. So once
Did
again,
you
why are you
see the
looking?
promo next week where Bill is telling somebody on the phone, make it a priority to keep Andre out of her bed?
Yes.
I'm,
Yes.
I'm like, wow. You know how Andre and Danny they get it in, right? They
Mm-hmm.
just wild and uninhibited like that. Bill need to walk in on that so he can get his feelings hurt because it's like you chose to throw it up in everybody's face, Haley, Haley, Haley. Even this pregnancy that was probably fake,
Oh,
and
was fake.
then now all of a sudden she's been sneaking and creeping around with Andre, and you trying to upend marriage licenses and kiss people and making missions to keep this man out of her bed. And it's like, why? And then you couldn't even get it up for Haley because she's on your mind. That's bad.
Yep. He can't even deny that. I mean, he even called Andre a seat
Seat
filler.
filler. For who?
Exactly. If you're a happily married man, a seat filler for who?
But you know what? I don't
Mm-mm-mm.
feel sorry for Haley though.
Nope. That's what you get. How you get him is how you lose him. He already did locked lips with a whole other
She got the
woman.
nerve to be mad when you undercutted another part that same woman's marriage to him. You undercutted that marriage and then you mad because you thinking that he's not thinking about his ex-wife.
Well,
I mean, that's what you get.
for real. And then also trying to get pregnant to try to keep her claws into this man too.
Right.
Wasn't it just a couple of months ago that she had planned this whole fake pregnancy,
Mm-hmm.
got the gyno to go along and said like, oh, you need to wait a couple of
Now
months.
she ready to pop pregnant again. Well, for real.
Yeah.
And it's
Mm-hmm.
just interesting that the Danny's on his mind. He can't even, yeah. So
Yeah. She gets exactly what she deserves. Both her and Eva got the okie doke this
yes,
week.
they did. But that's what they get. You came in foul, you end up foul.
They should be friends. I'm surprised they're not.
But that whole scene, what did you think about that scene in the office where they wanted to hurl insults and he was like, "You are incredibly beautiful," and kissed that girl?
It looked like marriage counseling that they needed to save their marriage. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of scenes like that where they were able, because I guess everything that happened so abruptly, and he just went ahead and just took off and left with Haley and started his life with her, that they never really resolved their issues that they could have worked out and fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kind of getting a feel as to what led to them, you know, you know, going their separate ways within their
Mm-hmm.
marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking this is their way coming back to each other where they're able to express, you didn't do this or you didn't do such and such, and then come back together.
Belinda Hill says she was screaming when Danny told Bill his child bride was still wearing a training bra.
Oh, she had a great line. She was like, "Look, I am not threatened. I already had the ring, had the children. There's nothing that she can do that I have not done better."
Girl, wait a minute. That girl was cutting him up. She was saying that Andre had untapped some things in her that she had never, pretty much in so many words, got with him.
And then Bill, I think, turned around and said, like, look, we've been together. You got to keep in mind, there's been some untapped universes deep inside you that I know about.
Oh,
I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, the dialogue, even when she got back and she was making this whole plan, which about them sleeping with other people, but she said she needs 3 O's a week.
I mean, I
And
mean,
he
he
was
seemed like
like, that's it?
he said, that's it. I was like, okay. Mm,
I'm telling you,
he's,
the
he, he
who,
can handle
writers,
it.
whoever your writers is, kudos, kudos, Michelle Van Jean, kudos. Even when we heard Vanessa last week in that hotel, y'all knock it
Tom,
out the park.
talk about the acting, and then also saying you want to go for round 4.
Yeah, we don't
Mm-mm-mm.
miss out on romance on BTG.
Nope.
YNR B&B, y'all, y'all coming up short.
I don't think we've seen a love scene on YNR in months.
I don't even remember seeing one except in Nice.
Actually, Billy and Sally had one, but I think
Girl,
I skipped over their scenes.
you know, Billy and Sally is. That's probably why we don't remember it. We
Oh
don't
my goodness.
remember it because it was trash.
Yeah, yeah. We were so excited when they were about to break up, but that didn't happen. So we were like,
Yeah, I know, right? We got one more other thing to talk about, and that's Naomi and Jacob. This girl finds out that she is pregnant, and she is not happy about it. And she does not want to be selfless. She wants to be selfish. And Jacob is like, listen, we can figure this out. I know we talked about not having kids, but maybe this is a reason for us to do it. And she blamed it on her not paying attention because of Chelsea, and she mistaken her pills.
she also blamed it on her parents.
She blamed it on Danny.
Yeah, and I haven't heard any consideration for what her husband wants.
No, it's all about
I,
her and her career and how she want to save the world and all of this kind of stuff.
and I'm like, you're married, right? And this was always a possibility while you're being intimate with your husband,
Right.
because even birth control is never going to always be foolproof
Correct.
unless you get like the tubes tied and, all those different,
Right. The snip
permanent
snips and burn
solutions.
burns.
Yeah, those are permanent solutions. She went with the pill. So that left an open opportunity for her to do that. So she knew she would miss her pills. And she also knew that she was being intimate with her husband. This is the result of that.
Right.
You you have a man who's excited to have a child with you. He just suppressed his feelings about the family because he knew that to be with you didn't want to have children.
Mm-hmm.
But the baby is here, you're pregnant. So when you say that you want to be selfish, are you going to take that baby away from him? Are we about to see that type of
Oh
storyline?
well, maybe she gonna do what Bill instructed Luna to do.
Yeah, and that is so unfortunate because she wants to throw, like, she keeps saying her career, her career. Girl, you, like we just said, you come from money. You are set for life, either on the Dupree side or the Hamilton side. You can sit down for a minute, or better yet, like I do court reporting. There's lawyers who do their proceedings and things remotely. So you mean to tell me she couldn't get hired help? She couldn't still operate her business remotely or hire other lawyers to help run the law firm
Yeah, I
so she
don't
can
know. I mean,
have a family?
it's like I don't know. She wanted to be married, obviously, but she also it's like trying to live too. She wants the independent woman, modernized version, and at the same time be in a marriage. And a marriage is two people, and they
Right.
have to. You have to consider the fact that. Ooh, I don't know if I want to go down that rabbit hole.
I mean, it all it does is just opens a door for resentment, and I think this is going to be the downward spiral of their marriage
That's only if she
because
stays in this state of mind. I have a feeling that Jacob might end up talking to Danny or Danny find out about whatever because she's trying to say I looked at my mom's face and she was this model and I think she resent having us because she that girl got married and was dealing with multiple affairs on her. You guys were probably her saving grace during those times.
right, something to look forward to, like as a happy couple. But my thing is, what her mother went through is one thing. This is her marriage. She
Right.
got a good man who wants her, who wants a family with her. He's not stepping out and cheating on her. What is her excuse? Because she can always come back to her career. No one's saying that she has to stop being a lawyer.
Yeah, but she
It's
don't even. She
just
called herself. I don't want to be a baby making machine. I'm like bringing in the next generation and a new life, and then she cut. She used the word it and What was some
called it a
a
curveball.
curveball?
I'm like, that is your baby with your husband. There are so many different women out here who wish they had a man who looked forward to having a baby with them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a whole other conversation. But
Yeah.
she has her husband,
Shoot,
and they created a
Sabrina
baby
want
within
that
a
girl.
marriage.
Well, at least I thought Sabrina wanted that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a, she on her Claire.
Yeah,
She
her,
they play on the
Claire.
streets together.
Who is that? Claire, Ashley, and
Actually,
Sabrina. They all three
Serena,
of them need to go on a girls' trip.
really. I mean, we'll see how that works out.
Right.
But
But yeah, that there, I was like, wow.
I'm like, so you're about to make a decision for both you and for your husband. He doesn't get a say.
But that's the women control access to sex and birth.
I mean, that is your husband.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to take a child away from your husband and think it's not going to really affect your marriage? Like this, that's why I say it's going to be resentment if she keeps it, and resentment if, for whatever reason, she takes that baby away from him. That's a recipe for disaster. And I'm like, why did they get together? If she knew in the back of her mind that he would want kids, and he knew that she definitely doesn't want
That's
them.
a core value. Anytime, that's one of the first things that need to be discussed when you're getting involved in trying to be in a relationship. Do both of you want kids? If one of
Yeah,
you don't, that's going to be a problem.
yeah, that should be a deal breaker.
Correct.
Because look at the mess they're in right now. She's talking about this is a curveball, and she's saying that she is so sad that she's pregnant. There's like no maternal
Nothing. It's
anything.
like she's emotionally detached from all of that. She's so focused on her career than this.
And like I was saying, you would have thought she was living paycheck to paycheck, trying to think about how she's going to be able to fund and take care of this baby. She could sit pretty much up until the baby's 18 and not have to worry about a dime.
Yeah, I mean, Anita got trust funds for other folks. Believe me, that kid gonna be fine.
Yes. But she wants to say, like, oh, my career, I'm going to miss out on this. I'm like, this is a legacy you're leaving with your husband.
Yeah, well,
And you feel no pull towards that at all?
she must have been 10 toes down with not wanting children. I don't
Yeah,
see, I don't find a lot of couples though that's, they get married. Most people, I want to get married, I want to have a couple kids, blah, blah, blah. I don't
yeah,
really hear a lot of folks that I want to get married and no children at all. It's usually if there's no children, somebody maybe can't conceive or help conceive,
right.
right?
And that's a whole,
Right, that's
different
different.
discussion.
Right.
But
But her coldness toward all of this and to his feelings is
yeah,
just, yeah, I
that
was,
broke my heart.
yeah, that was
Because
crazy.
we were saying this is probably one of the stable couples on the show, and this is what's about to break them up.
That again, that's only if she don't change her stance because I have a feeling they're gonna tie this baby in with Haley wanting one so bad. They're gonna tie this in with the whole thing with her parents.
Mm,
I don't know. I have a
I,
feeling that she might change her mind.
I'm hoping so, especially for Jacob's sake, because that's so unfair, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh, believe me, Bree, that's a whole nother sidebar conversation. So.
Yeah. And Medora, they had the baby talk prior to them getting married. It's just for whatever reason, if she really wanted to safeguard not having children, she for one wouldn't be on no pills. She would make it a permanent thing. But she
Right.
left that door open.
Right. She could have. There's other ways to make that more protective measures, I guess. So. Yep.
Mm,
But yeah,
so
we'll
sad.
see how that all play out. All right. I think we covered everything, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty, so let us now get into our final segments. Um, Flip the script. Who's taking several seats? Star of the week, pickle of the week, and the Simp Olympics. All right, what you got for flipping on YNR?
Um, I would have loved if Amy had called out Lily
Mm-hmm. Okay.
for being a hypocrite about asking for forgiveness. She's like, look, I forgave you for you trying to utilize and play my son before he passed. I wish she had said some dialogue like that.
Okay. I wish I I wish I'm thinking about the whole Claire thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he did call her out, but I wish he would have called her out as a hypocrite
Yeah.
and saying you've been holding me to this standard, but yet obviously you didn't fall for holding overnight. How long has this been going on? You got drunk on dates, blah blah blah. You've been meeting up with him. You've been talking about our relationship, and she did the one thing that Tomas did with Eva, was talking about the relationship.
Yep.
So I kind of wish he would have called her out some more. Showed her hypocrisy. Um, all right, what you got on bold?
Um, they could have done without the daddy daughter dance in Brooke's living room. They could have said that they had it off screen and they're coming back from the event or something. Make it actually seem legitimate, I guess.
My flip is that they did not even have Deacon randomly talk to Taylor and put them in this whole Kim test because it's just
So
not
that's a good
working.
one. Yeah,
We
I
didn't need
agree.
that. He could have talked to his daughter. He could have talked to anybody.
Sure could have.
What you got on BTG?
I honestly thought this week was quite perfect. I just wish that Haley had witnessed Bill kiss Danny in the office.
Okay. I need Darnell to keep sleuthing because
Mm.
Darnell is picking up on some things. I like the fact that he is very intuitive. I wish he had but I don't want him to push it too fast because Joey might put a hit on him too. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I really didn't have too much to flip though because the whole week was good on Beyond the Gates.
It was perfect. I
Yeah,
mean, I can't wait for next week.
yeah, me too. All right, who's taking seats on Young?
I would say Claire, but she's going to take a seat on Holden
Right.
soon. Um, I guess it would have to be Diane and Kyle's reaction. I mean, the girl wants to play in the streets. Let her be.
Well, I'm gonna tell Jack to take a seat for being an idiot teaming up with the enemy.
Oh, the Abbotts getting to the
Mm-hmm.
seats today.
Who taking seats on Bold?
Um, this writing, it's just been a mess.
It sure has,
And
man.
like, I don't know what's up and what's down anymore. I mean,
It's all over the place.
yeah.
I agree with you on that one. I don't know who gonna take a seat on Bold. I mean, on BTG. Maybe
Tomas,
Tomas, yeah, and Joey. I don't
Eva,
like Joey getting on my nerves. I mean, oh Lord,
Tomas, Eva, and Joey.
I agree. Alrighty, star of the week for Young.
I'm actually gonna give this to Zalika Silver because that scene that she had with Nate was actually really good. I
Okay.
actually, I think that was a great scene for Zalika.
Um, Maybe I give it to Haley Aaron because she is just like she went from if I did 4 videos on this girl's storyline, so I'm gonna give it to Haley because she is just like going from young naive girlfriend to trying to be a 304. I'm like, God, dog, she just flipped the script on him.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, so star on bold, if any.
The set designers.
Yes, I agree with that. If I had to give anybody a star, they did a wonderful thing with the sets.
Absolutely. My
It's
favorite thing about the week.
girl, everybody gets a star on BTG almost.
Yep.
Everybody
So
knocked it out the
good.
park. All right, pickle of the week, Young.
Oh, we need to start for BTG.
I said
I mean,
everybody gets it. I couldn't,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. At stars across the board, every
Mm-hmm.
last one of them. The pickle for
Lily.
YR. Yes. It's like she wins it almost every week. Every time we see
She's
her,
always whining. She get on my nerves.
she desperately needs a pickle.
Mm. Oh man. Bold pickle.
Luna's audacity
Yeah,
can
she
get a
is.
pickle.
Um, I'm gonna give one. I was gonna say I'm gonna give one to Hope because you took that man got a whole line for you, and you like, ooh, I got my job back. But yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, uh, pitiful. But it's on brand. She's a Logan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pickle BTG, if there's any, except maybe to Moss.
Yeah, that's as far as I would go. I think Eva's nasty attitude definitely deserves
Yeah,
a pickle,
I
and
agree.
Haley too.
I agree. I agree. All right, girl, we got
Mhm.
our Simp Olympics.
I was really thinking hard about this.
Michael's still at the top.
Yeah, he definitely takes platinum and cosmic right out the gate. Um, I think when it comes to bronze, I'm gonna give that to Jill because she completely bypassed what Kane is about to do to
Right.
all of Genoa City to try to and have this man cry on her shoulder. I'm
Right,
like,
exactly.
you served no purpose. I think silver for me is going to go to Sally,
Mm-hmm.
um, because she should have better sense that trying to keep her Billy is not going to do her any good. And then I think gold is going to be Carter.
Yeah, he didn't get the top spot because I was wondering, but yeah, I agree. Michael is cosmic, cosmic and
Platinum and
platinum,
cosmic.
diamond, whatever.
Yeah.
Carter's gold. Um, oh man, I can agree with the other ones with you too. The bronze and the silver.
Yeah, Jill bronze and Sally silver. Because I was just trying to think of one for BTG. There really
There
wasn't.
is none.
Like, I would say if I were to give it like a BTG a letter grade, I'm giving that probably a solid A.
Yeah, it was good this week. It really was. Coming after that whole Allison thing,
Yeah,
that we had a whole week of. Now we're back to multiple storylines, and it's been great.
like the acting, like just the dialogue. Even like even we don't really see any love scenes. It's like
Mm-hmm.
the dialogue, makes us think that it's so good.
It
Like
really is.
the investment is just
They did a good job.
really good job. Not the other letter grades for the other shows. I don't know.
Probably like a C for YNR and a C minus for bold.
So they're barely passing. Okay.
Yeah, average.
Average.
I mean, C is average. I mean, D is barely passing.
Yes, true.
I
I mean,
mean,
BTG has been on the honor roll.
girl, at 1 o'clock hits, it's because that's when it comes on here, Central Time. It's like, ooh, I'm
Like you
watching.
can't miss an
And
episode.
I take my lunch between 1 and 1:30, so I'm able to just focus on that first half an hour, and it's like I'm glued.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good. And like even their filler episodes are not the same filler,
As
you know,
YNR.
as Y&R. Like
YNR is
this,
notorious for filler episodes.
yeah, like the Friday cliffhanger episode, I barely remember it.
Yeah, it's just.
I told you guys like don't even really bother watching it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not like it used to be, and I'm wondering if we're gonna get a love scene between Claire and Holden. I guess we'll have to see.
I hope so, because that is going to be the face crack for Kyle
I
for
know, right?
sure. Oh we. Mm-mm-mm.
All right, girl, it was a good one. I appreciate you as usual. You guys, we're gonna end it right here. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. Looking forward to that paternity test next week. Looking forward to seeing if Bill get his way with keeping Andre out of Danny's bed. And then YNR, well, I don't know. It's those promos didn't look too interesting to me, so
Neither is Monday's episode, but
okay.
you need to watch. But watch it for Claire and not for Kyle and Audra for sure.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, girl. Until next time, we will see you guys later. Bye, Soapies.